Okay, great.
Right, hello, this is Gareth from and on behalf of the iMoot team. It is my great pleasure to welcome Bas Brands, a person of who didn't exist, would probably never actually have responsibility at all. So I'm really pleased he's going to produce and talk about shaping your Moodle. Thank you, Bas.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, hi everybody. Yeah, about me. Well, I've been doing Moodle development for a while now. I started off at one of the Moodle partners, totally new to Moodle. I had no idea what it was, and they offered me a job doing something with the e-learning thingy, and it turned out to be Moodle. And I really liked it. It was a lot of fun and a lot of fun creating things and developing. Um, and yeah, I started doing more and more development. Really doing lots of with theming and creating all kinds of plugins and modules and whatever, and doing the Moodle hosting as well. So everything related to Moodle really. And then I switched jobs, started working at another company doing Moodle. And then I decided I might as well try this freelance and try and do things the way I like to do them. And so far that works well. So yeah, that's what I do right now. I also really like photography, and I have a really nice dog, and we live together here in the Netherlands, near a lovely park. So yeah, and here it's about 7 o'clock. So yeah, great that there's people from all over the world, and some of them might not have slept a lot. So wow, great. So yeah, let me go on with this. So this presentation um, came about because of the Moodle Moot in Dublin, where I did a half-day workshop for a group of people about shaping your Moodle, shaping it the way you think works best for you. And I try to do it in a way that allow people without developer skills or well, any kinds of users, including developers. I think this is important for developers as well. But any kind of user of Moodle to think about how you want to shape and use your Moodle, how you want to design it, and what you think is good for your environment. So usually when I have a project where I do theming or where I create user interfaces for Moodle, I start with very basic tools, and I hope to be able to show you a bit of my technique, the way I do it, and hopefully you'll be able to, try some of it. So this is about the visual identity of your Moodle environment. The user experience, of course, how to create courses, perhaps, how to create code. I'll show some tips and tools for you to use. And as I said, this is for everybody that uses Moodle. So yeah. So why bother? Why think so much about designing user experience? Well, first of all, Moodle is for users. Using Moodle is an experience. A good UX user experience is a team effort, and loads of reasons. So let's think about your Moodle. So that's you watching this presentation. Think about why you have it, what you do with it, or if you don't have your own Moodle. So if you don't have, yeah, that's my dog, by the way. His name is Tabo, and I had to trick him to look at that computer, but it worked. And yeah, so he's a really nice dog. So what's your Moodle site about? So if you think about it, if you're really looking at this presentation, if you could just write a couple of words in the chat, or just one to tell me what your Moodle site is about. Is it courses, whatever, educate others, right? Okay, great. flexible learning, collaboration. Okay, great. Yeah. Okay, institute-wide online learning platform, education. So yeah, that's great. So keep that in mind when you when we go further. So and how does your Moodle fit into your other sites? So maybe you're a university and you have a university homepage where you have a logo. Maybe the university uses this old-fashioned style guide that you know, with fonts and the way you have to lay out pictures and the colors you use. So think about you don't have to do anything in the chat, but think about it. So how does it fit into the other sites? What type of content do you have in your Moodle? So is it just learning modules, or is it files and documents? Is it interactive? Well, some of you already entered in the chat. It's online learning, and there was collaboration as well. So that's probably interactive learning. So think about that. So you've got interactive learning. You've got these other sites. So yeah, okay. So you've got designing. You've got your logos, your fonts, your colors. Think about the fonts and the colors that you think you'd need on your Moodle site. So and think about what that's about, what a logo is about. Why do you have this logo? What does it represent? Why do you use these fonts? Are they just looking cool, or are they designed to be very readable or legible, or whatever you call it? And the colors you use, maybe in your print style guides, you have really weird colors. How do they work on your screen? So think about that. And then when you've got all these basics in mind for the theme or the design you want to create, think about the attributes that you want to convey. Is that the word? Whatever. So think about what you want your users to experience when they look at your site. Does it, you know, have to be exciting or sophisticated or creative? So really think about the basics of your organizations, and often that's reflected in your logo, or in the style that you have, or in the type of users that you have. And the users are, of course, really important. So who will be using your Moodle site? So if you could just enter that in the chat, who's these people that will be looking at your Moodle sites and interact with it or look at the content? Is it non-techies? Okay, yeah. Students, staff, yeah, very obvious. But yeah, that makes sense. Just, yeah, students, lots of students. It's learning, it's Moodle. Health workers, okay, so yeah, it's more like the business part of Moodle. Yeah, techies as well. So but yeah, usually it's students, of course. Scientists, ooh, scary. So and if you imagine that you're a student and you've never ever seen Moodle, it's very interesting to think about a user in that role first visiting your site. So for instance, for Moodle a while ago, there have been some usability tests, which was, I think, at the Mountain Moodle Moot in the US, which was really, really cool to see. Though they put this new person behind the computer and asked, well, new to Moodle person, and asked her to do some changes in a course. For instance, change the topic titles, and they gave her a couple of assignments, and well, asked her to do it, and asked her to think out loud and explain what she was doing. And that way, they tried to find some of the issues that users encounter. And her issue was obviously that it was really hard to find where to change the section topic title. Yeah, that's really important. What are your users going to expect? How are they going to go through your site? How are they going to find their course? So think about your users. Also, when you try to create a really flashy, cool design, usually you don't want that on every page in Moodle because it's about learning and stuff, and you want them to read perhaps or do a quiz. So you don't want to have flashy pop thingies everywhere, but maybe when they visit your site to get a bit attractive. So yeah, what page we've used most? Usually it's of course the landing page where people enter Moodle. Yes, the course as well. Yeah. So the course with a long list of PDFs, stuff like that. Accessibility, yeah, dashboard as well. So yeah, think about the pages that you need to give some extra attention to. So accessibility. I usually put this in my presentations. I think it's really important. Is there any reason not to care about accessibility? I think make sure that whatever you create, you try and keep it in mind. It's really hard to do it right, but just put some effort to it. And then, are there any requirements for all devices? That's something you might have to consider too before you start using all the coolest new CSS3 things that you want to use. So this was just the first part of this. This was just about scoping. So how do you get an idea of what you need to do or what you need to think about before you start doing any designing or any creation of code or do any creation of courses? So I'll just switch to another PDF. So I hope this works. Yeah, tools and tips. But before I get there, let's see what's happening in the chat. Yeah, old technology. IE6. I hate it. Yeah, okay. People with IE6, come on. No, that's okay. Old device, but IE6. So, yeah, tools and tips. Well, my first tip for everybody that wants to improve the user experience in Moodle is using these kinds of things, pens, paper, this kind of stuff. I hope you can see that chat with my webcam there. If not, let me know. So try and use that. So that I did on the the Dublin Moodle Moot was put people in a room, give them lots of old magazines, paper, pencils, shizzes, and just ask them to design their perfect landing page for Moodle. Just using that. And in the course description for this presentation, there's a PDF which you can use for that. I'll just try and get it real quick in the chat as well. Yeah, somewhere there. Nope, that's not it. Oh, well, I'll put it in afterwards. I'll just show it now because I think I have it here as well. Yeah, that's it. So I usually use these kinds of things. So this is built with a mockup tool, and I just printed it. So this is a PDF, and it has all kinds of user interface and elements. And this is my favorite. the Minion Moot, woohoo, and the Kookaroo song. So you can just print these and then use scissors and glue to put them on a sheet of paper. And well, right before this presentation, I kind of tried that, and I built a Moodle page like this. So there's Moodle there. There's the A team. Oh, yeah, this is mirrored. Here's my courses. I've got my user profile there. So yeah, I thought that would make a nice Moodle theme. And I built it just to think about what I really want to have on the front page. I want to have nice course images with nice pictures. I want to see who's online. I want to show some information about this page. I want to show the user profile. So usually you can do that with a standard theme, or maybe you need some customized theme. But anyway, it's good to think not in the technical solutions, but what you really want to have there. So of course, there's a mobile here too. So you might want to think about how it would look on a mobile device. How would your design work there? What do your students see on a mobile device? I think nowadays, yeah, it's really important with students bringing their huge telephones to school instead of laptops. So yeah. Well, here's some more mock-up stuff that you could use. So back to the tools. So I think one of the most fun tools is using pencils, paper, and scissors. But of course, there's alternatives as well. Our digital age, we use mock-up tools like Balsamic, which I think is really, really nice. I put a link to Balsamic in the presentation course as well. Balsamic is just basically a tool that allows you to create user interfaces using the mock-ups I just showed you in the presentation. So they were actually built in Balsamic, and you can build a user interface based on that. I'm not able to do a screen share because I refuse to install Java. Sorry, but let's see. I did have an example of this, I think. Let's see. Is it? Oops. Right. Okay. Here's another one. This is not the one I wanted to show you, but here's an example of how you could really simply design a user interface in Moodle. So this is a course, and I think Gareth might recognize something here. Anyway, so this is a course, and there's a bar here with something. Yeah, there's tabs. So they wanted to have tabs and a discussion forum here to the left and a menu there. So this is great input to use when you're designing things. Let's see. I'll just try a really quick screenshot of this. So this was transformed into a Balsamic mockup, and I'll probably be able. This is really quick, I hope. Yeah, open and upload. Okay, so I'm just going to upload a new image there. So this was transformed into this in Balsamic. So I didn't have to do any coding. I could just build it with the tabs there, the breadcrumb. There's some profiles, some forum stuff. There are links. So it's really, really simple. And then from there, I transformed it into a Moodle theme, which looks like this. So this is the Moodle theme that's currently being used. They wanted the tabs to behave a little different. This is a a Bootstrap theme with the user information there, social icons there, and if you click this button, you'll have the left hand blocks menu. So if I had to do this and create a theme right away, I'd probably have to code the theme, and then they wanted to change things, and I had to do it again and again and again. Because of these mockups and because of these drawings, we were able to do something like this. So that's one way of doing it. So start off with drawings and then, well, Samic mockups and then do the theme. Another way of doing it, if you want even a higher level of customization and you want people to do or be able to experience more what the result will be, is using a theme template. And especially for that Moodle Moot in Dublin, I created something with a tool called Angular, which is really, really, really nice, I think. Angular is a JavaScript library which allows you to create any kind of user interface, but it doesn't really have something behind it. So there's no programming language other than JavaScript. So everything happens browser side. This particular one, this looks like Moodle, but it's not Moodle. And I just pasted a link into the chat that links to that template. And this is available on GitHub as well, so everybody can just use it and change it and use it to create any kind of theme. So what's behind this is just a Moodle theme, and all the content is fake. So these blocks, they're not Moodle blocks, they're just HTML, which look like the Moodle content. And these are courses, but they're not really courses. But if you click the course button, it does bring you to a course, which is pretty cool, I think. So I think in this presentation, it goes a bit too far to try and explain how Angular works. If you're interested in that, there's loads of courses on that. But it is fun to just try this template and click around and see what you can do with it. And the coolest thing is that you can just change bits in here. You can add in Bootstrap bits. You can, you can do any crazy thing you like without having to know how to code for Moodle. So I used this as the basis for creating. See if I can find it. Oops. There it is, I think. Is it? Yep. So this is a sample Moodle environment I used for a client, which was not Moodle yet. So I didn't want to do the full Moodle coding. I just wanted to hack away and do anything I like. So I created these course cards, which have cool hover over effects, which you can't see because I refuse to install screen sharing. JavaScript, Java, and a course search box where it automatically searches when you start typing something. So if I were to type in the word dog, I would only see the card with the dog on it. So I really wanted to do these funky things to show them that you can do anything in web design and web development. And then, yeah, after that, just build it. So, yeah. Yeah, great. I like it. So, well, of course, this is not available as a theme because it's built for the Zeeland University College. So it's their theme, their visual identity. But yeah, this can be built. So, yeah. So let's see. Okay, so back to the, there it is. So back to the tools. So that's it for the tools. So my basic advice is to start using Balsamiq to create your designs. Start using paper and scissors to draw out your user interfaces. Use old magazines with pictures, like I did here, to just really simple create stuff and have some fun doing it. And have an Angular.js as a library to create that, which is yeah, which is really easy to learn, I think. And if you're interested in doing that, you can look at my repository, see how I did it. I think I spent half a day learning it, and it wasn't that difficult. And in the end, it might not be brilliant the way that I did it, but it works. So that's fine for a mockup like that. So yeah, that's what I kind of try to bring across with this presentation, to show you how I work when designing user interfaces, designing themes, and the tools I use. So yeah, if you have any questions about this or any remarks, just let me know. Oh, and the microphone, you can.
Yep, hi, it's Gareth on behalf of the iMoot team. Just while we're waiting for questions, thank you once again, Bas, for producing a really informative, different aspect of looking at making people think about the user interface, how they design it, and how the whole prototype